In this video, we're going to look at finding the surface area of a rectangular pyramid. What we had said before is when we talk about a rectangular pyramid, we have a rectangular base, which in this case is and I'm going to redraw the picture, is an 8 by 11 rectangle on the bottom. And it's also going to have 4 triangular faces. And the thing is, because the way the rectangle is set up, that the opposite sides are congruent to each other, the opposite triangles are also going to be congruent to each other. So we essentially have triangles on the right and left, which are bases of 8 and heights of 6. And then we have the 2 in the front and the back, which are 11 for base and 7 for height. So we have 2 of these, and we have 2 of these. So for me to find the surface area, I just have to find the area of all these pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the area of the sides, which is going to be 1/2, because it's 1/2 times base times height for a triangle. So it's 1/2 times 6 times 8. So that means that the right-hand side and the left-hand side are both going to have an area of 24. Now keep in mind, there's 2 of them, so there's going to be 2 24s that are put into my list. The second triangle is 1/2 base of 11, height of 7, so the area of that is going to be 38.5. So that's going to be my front and my back triangles are both going to be 38.5. So that accounts for the 4 triangular faces right here. But we do have a 5th face, and that's going to be, if you think back at the top where I put my rectangle, the area of a rectangle is length times width, so it's going to be 8 times 11. So I have to put another 88 on my list to account for the rectangle. So I have the left-hand side, the right-hand side, the front, the back, and then the rectangular base for the 88. And then I'm going to add these together, and that's going to give me 213, since this is an area and it's yards, 213 yards squared. Let's check out another example. So again, in this example, we're talking about a rectangular pyramid that has 5 faces to it. The same rectangular pyramid is always going to have 5 faces. We know we have a triangle on the left and the right, and that triangle has a base of 3.5 and a height of 5. So I know I'm going to have to find the area of that triangle. And when I do that, so that's going to be the left-hand side. Keep in mind we also have the right-hand side. It has the exact same area. We have the front and back triangle, which are 5 by 4.5 for the height. And I'm getting all this just from the picture. So 5 times 4.5. That's going to give me an 11.25, and we have to remember there's 2 of them because it's the front and the back. So I've now accounted for the left, the right, the front, and the back, all 4 triangles. And then we have our rectangular base, which I'll draw down the bottom here, which is a 3.5 by 5 rectangle. And we said earlier, to find the area of a rectangle, you're just going to do the base times the height, or length times width, 17.5. So we're going to have to add that in, and that we've now accounted for 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 sides. When I add them together, I get a surface area of 57.5, and because it's area, meters squared. There are a few practice questions to go with this. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thanks.